Well, good evening, everyone. This is Bob Burgess in the Burgi View. I am sitting out in front of Buc-ee's in Melissa, Texas. It's 11:10 at night. I'm just sitting here, just scrolling, wasting time, like I do after a long day of refeeding. Now, when I say refeeding, I'm talking about I didn't do well today. I know that I told you that I was going to drink. Just come back in and consume broth and some celery juice. That was my plan. And what happened was I started off doing that, and then my body just didn't feel. It was kind of, it didn't want it. It made me a little sick and nauseous, and so I continued to do that. And, just didn't feel good at all, and so I said I need to do something different or I'm going to feel sick all day. So the first thing I did is I notched up pretty good. I had a can of tuna that not your standard can of tuna. This is kind of high priced kind of stuff that comes in a tin, kind of like a sardine tin, but it's really high level kind of stuff. And so I ate that, and that's actually settled my system down quite a bit. And then I got out to going, and so I told you, I warned you that when I start compromising a little bit, I start compromising a lot. Sometimes it's hard for me just to not justify the next thing. And so today ended up being a day where I ate a lot of different kinds of things. I had a little hamburger meat, terrible choice hamburger meat with some onions and cheese, low carb, but still I wanted to taste that, and it became something like I just wanted to taste something. I went to a restaurant, had some chicken breasts and a couple of chicken breasts with some steamed broccoli and some green beans. Now that normally sounds like a perfectly fine low carb meal, but in this situation it was way off the plan, and I tasted a little barbecue. That's why I'm at Buc-ee's. I came in here and got a little barbecue. Didn't eat the bread, just ate a little barbecue off of that. Had a taco. I mean, I'm talking, I just went all over the place. Not a taco from here, but a taco from Taco Casa, which is next door. That's the best taco I think I've ever had, just because of the situation. So I went off the range, went off the reservation, fell off the wagon. How many other metaphors can I use? But so right now I'm sitting here, and I'm not feeling sick, but I'm feeling a tad miserable. Had a little bit more stuffed than I've been, of course, obviously in 40 days. But I'm hoping that this will give me a little lesson. It's kind of like maybe a pendulum effect. I went way to one side with nothing, and then today I went too far. Now I ate less than what I would on a okay day, but I had a variety of different kinds of things that I kind of craved. But nevertheless, it was off the plan, and now I feel stuffed, which doesn't take a whole lot, but I do feel stuffed, and I hopefully that on this side of the pendulum now, and then I'll come back and be able to adjust and just have what's normal now that I've gotten that out of my system. But sorry to disappoint, but I'm a little disappointed in myself. But it was I knew that refeeding would be hurt, and I'm hoping that my body didn't seem to react in any kind of terrible way. So I'm feeling like I'm doing okay. I didn't eat so much that I think that it will cause any kind of refeeding syndrome reactions. Nevertheless, it was much higher calorically. Still wasn't high carb, but nevertheless, it was still off the plan. So forgive me for that. But I just got to make sure I don't fall back into the same old habits. And so this is a warning, a caution of my ability and my tendency to be able to do that. Also, I went through too much to start gaining back a lot of weight quickly. So Saturday, my determination when I wake up is I'm going to just eat not necessarily the broth thing, because I don't think my body was would allow that. But I think that I'll do the, continue to do the soft vegetable thing, just coming back a little gradually, just kind of let the pendulum fall back a little bit towards the other direction, and then and come back into it slowly again. So pray for me. That's one of my weaknesses. My fights is how I react to food, and coming off of this, and immediately started to my mind went berserk. I'm wanting and wanting and wanting. And it was just hard for me to say no. I also had an interesting day, and this in terms of my son has had multiple automobile issues, not wrecks or anything, but mechanically has had issues, and he's been calling me a few times to ask some questions and kind of think through some things. And so there's been stuff going on. It's normal life. But pray for me that I will be able to learn from this and not fall back into the old ways that got me to where I was before. But this is real life. I did well, and now I've screwed up, but hopefully I'll get right back on it. So I really thank you if you've been tuning in and watching my journey. I appreciate it so much, and I've gotten some feedback from people, and I would really ask you to make some comments on here, some observations, whatever you want to say. I don't care if it's good, bad, or whatever. Just to know that you're out there is helpful to me. And I do take, if you have suggestions or comments, I do take that in and assess that along with everything else I'm trying to do. And I do appreciate it. Appreciate that you care enough to make a suggestion. So I will not be making another one of these tomorrow night. I'm not going to be doing it as often. I'm going to be going to every few days, and eventually I'll be trying to make a more quality podcast, where I kind of prepare a little bit more so and try to do some kind of something that has some substance. But we'll see where that goes. Hopefully, just me will be enough for a few of you. Maybe I'm an okay guy. We'll see.